to whip somebody's ass. Oh, if you don't leave me alone, you're gonna have to send me home, 'cause I'm about to whip somebody's ass.
You know what I'm saying? You ever have those days where you just want to fucking throw a fist, folks? I'm not saying I'm having one of those days. I'm just saying, have you ever had them? You know? Maybe you're trying to enjoy a nice ice cream cone or something. It's a nice day out, and then next thing you know, it starts raining. You're trying to enjoy your ice cream. Maybe you got a chocolate vanilla swirl from the ice cream truck, trying to relive your childhoods. And then it starts raining. The gods and the angels decide, hey, it's time to start raining on this motherfucker. And it just makes you want to throw a fist. Either way, what's going on, folks? Fuck a Title Show. I am your host, as always, JuvyThaKid. And if you want, hey, hit me up Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. JuvyThaKi motherfucking D. I don't know why I have so much goddamn energy. I really don't. What's been going on today? Oh, shouts to Cannibal Kill for sending me this. They're making a fucking new documentary about prosthetic makeup and everything with like horror films and whatever. Or maybe, hold on, let me try and I'll see if I have the article right here. But either way, Robert Englund is going to be as like Freddy Krueger and everything in it. And it's just it's his way of kind of showing love for the prosthetic makeup process, because a lot of people don't actually know how much work goes into putting on the face of Freddy, as it were. And honestly, like as far as practical makeup goes, I feel a lot of people don't give it enough love, to be like 100% honest. So that's cool. It's Nightmares in the Makeup Chair. That's what it is. It's about like all the makeup and everything that goes into like Freddy Krueger. Robert Englund is returning as his iconic horror movie character Freddy Krueger one final time for a documentary focused on the special effects makeup that crafted his dream-invading youth murderer in the Nightmare on Elm Street series. And this is from HollywoodReporter.com. And they do mention something in here that I don't know, makes sense to me. They talk about like the 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street horrible fucking garbage juice reboot. And you know, like fucking, who played him? Jackie Earl Haley, the guy who played like Rorschach and everything in Watchmen. And there was a lot of CGI effects on his face that like super not cool. And I don't know. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool if there was a couple shots fired. You know what I mean? It's like, well, this is the way Freddy's supposed to be done, not CGI. And then they just give that like look to the camera. Cheeky, folks. Cheeky. I think it'd be cool though. I'm definitely excited to see that. If you're a fan of the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, a really good documentary is called Never Sleep Again, and it goes through the entire series. It has interviews with all the cast, the directors, Robert Englund, of course. It's just really cool. A lot of behind the scenes stuff that you don't know went down. Oh, and shouts to the Hooligan Squad, because you folks out there, I put a video out today and I said, you know, my bad for missing yesterday's video. I was going to do it. The original plan before this week's break was Saturday short shorts, no podcast today, and then we go into the week-long break for all you folks to like catch up on content and everything as well. And I missed yesterday. Honestly, it was just a super busy day. And then honestly, there was also this boxing fight I was like waiting for. And after the busy day and everything, I was like, okay, the fight's finally on. And I just gapped on doing the video, so my bad. But I put a video out saying like, hey, if you folks want one more before the week-long break, throw some topics below. And you did. Y'all reached out. It actually brought some very interesting situations as well that I have actually discussed recently. But anyway, let's go. Mr. underscore Mrs. period Cook. For sure get a simpler name. You punctuation keyboard, bro? No, you're not. Mr. underscore Mrs. period Cook. Why do you need so many punctuation marks in your name? If anybody did this to me, they'd be catching it. So, like Irish fan underscore 123. That's just one punctuation. You're good. You ain't got to be doing all this. Anyway, facial hair. Why some girls fucking hate it and why some girls love it enough to use it to hold on to during sex. Well, this is obviously, it all just comes down to preference, man. Some girls like facial hair, some girls don't. By your experience, I'm guessing some girls like it, or I'm guessing your wife probably likes it enough to hold on to. For me, if a lady wants to hold on to my like beard during sex, I'm not down for that. For sure not down for that. Like, that's gonna pull on my face. It's gonna pull on everything around, like my chin and everything. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's easy if you like have very little facial hair. Maybe the girls can just kind of like have their fingers in it. But like, my beard is long. If a girl's pulling on that, Oklahoma, safety words getting pulled out. You know what I mean? I don't know. Everything with sex comes down to preference. You know what I mean? And it's also, again, you know what? We'll get into this. I don't understand why even talking about sex is so like considered taboo still. Are we not all adults? You know what I mean? Like, can we not all admit that we have some alone time with ourselves? Maybe explore our bodies still? Explore each other's bodies? You know what I mean? Maybe when I say it creepy like that, it makes it weird to talk about. But either way, sex, it's like one of those things. It's like, it's still so taboo to talk about. And I don't fucking get it. It's a part of life. You know what I mean? Like, sex, masturbation, it's all part of life. Watching porn, people do it. I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's a surprise to anybody out there, but, you know, people do it. People have their websites they might, you know, their go-to, you know. Some maybe a loyal Pornhub user, you know. Some may rock with X videos once in a while. I'm just saying, you know. It's like, I don't understand why it's so like taboo to talk about, and it's like still such a big deal. Like, everybody has sexual preferences, whether it's when they're doing stuff to themselves or doing stuff with other people. With me, like, I'm not down for being choked like myself. If a girl wants to be choked, then I will be more than happy to oblige. I don't know. Personally, like, it's also one of those things, like, there's different things that everybody's into that someone is gonna find weird. You know what I mean? Like, if a girl said to me, like, I want to hold on to your beard during sex, I'd be like, well, I'd rather you didn't. Like, I don't know. If you wanted to, like, put your like, I don't know. I don't think I'd even be cool with a girl putting her fingers and everything all up in my beard during it, because it's like, you know, I'm a foreplay kind of guy too, you know? So I know where your hands just were. I don't want you rubbing that through my beard and up on my face, you know? So yeah, I wouldn't be down for it, but I'm sure other guys might be. So, what can you do? We're all into weird things. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I've been known to enjoy many things that people might think are weird. I've always been, I guess you could say, adventurous when it comes to having sex. I don't know. My high school library. Shouts to Barry Central. Didn't get caught either. 2 days in a row. Oh, what up? Was that like the douchiest moment on this channel? Bang twice in the library, bro. What up? Oh my god. Anyway, but yeah, no, like, I've always been kind of like adventurous. I always like that like thrill of like almost getting caught. Like, I don't know. And some people are like, I would never do it in public. Like, you can't do that. I don't know. What can you do? Sometimes the mood strikes. But yeah, about the whole facial hair thing, it's just that all comes down to sexual preference. And like, if a girl likes to, I don't know, if girls like beards, they like beards. If some girls don't, they don't. Some guys don't like girls with really, really long hair. Some guys like girls with short hair. And some dudes are into girls with shaved heads. So, you know what I mean? Little Jenny ran. The power of dreams. Do you think we unlock things when we're asleep we maybe aren't open to while awake? I don't know why I just read that like Captain Kirk. Okay, let's try this again. Do the whole thing like Captain Kirk. The power of dreams. Do you think we unlock things when we're asleep we maybe aren't open to while awake? Do you think we learn or receive messages via dreams, etc.? I do think we unlock things when we're asleep that we definitely don't see or experience while we're awake. A big reason for that is the dimethyltryptamine that our brain produces when we are dreaming. It's also known as DMT for short. People have figured out, I'm not sure how they figured it out, to make it actually like into a physical substance that you can ingest. And through that, a lot of people have they deemed it psychedelic therapy, basically. And it's one of those things because it's something our body naturally produces. It's basically like you are in a full dream state while you're awake. And a lot of people have claimed to feel more connected to the universe, more connected to people around them. And that's because of what it kind of like unlocks in your brain. It strips all these egos and all these judgments and everything that we carry around with us away for those, 15 minutes. And you are just staring at geometric shapes and the universe. And some people have said that they've like witnessed, ancient tribes and whatever else. I don't know. So it's one of those things. I definitely do think when we're dreaming, we are in another state. We're on another level of consciousness that we're not able to achieve when we are fully awake, because our brain is always trying to fucking process the constant information that it's getting. Like right now, even me doing this, my brain is getting stimulus from talking to everybody. My brain is getting stimulus from like the reading articles, from reading these topics, the interaction between you and me. So it's, my brain is processing all these images. It's constantly seeing if I look at the clock, it's processing the time, how the clock itself looks. When I look at the laptop, my brain's processing everything that's going on. So it's one of those things. When you're awake, it's a constant just fucking bukakke of information all over your brain. Like the universe and everything around us is just fucking jizzing all over your brain with its constant information. So when we're asleep, we don't it's like we just put up this fucking giant brick steel wall that just stops that information semen from soaking all of us. And we're able to kind of reach this another level of consciousness that we're not usually able to. Do you think we learn or receive messages via dreams? I definitely think we do. I don't think it's one of those things where, you see a flower floating through the air and that represents like good fortune or something like that. I think we definitely do receive some sort of messages and information that I don't know, we possibly could learn a lot from. You never know. You never know. It's just, I don't know. I don't think it's one of those things where you can like read into them too much, because I think some things might just be I don't know, maybe it could be our imagination. But I don't know. I definitely do think we receive some sort of messages that you could apply to your life regardless of what might be going on. I don't know. I had a dream. I had a dream. I had a dream 2 years ago, so 2015. And this weird, like, woman in kind of like an old cloak, almost like if you'd be walking through an old village and there'd be the the village seer, the one who speaks of the prophecies. He's always got that long cloak, like he's kind of like a homeless wizard or something, and he like keeps his hood up at all times, like he's like super insecure about a bald spot or something. You know what I mean? Like she was wearing that kind of like cloak, and she just kept saying 5 years, 5 years to me. Like everywhere I went in this dream, she was there and just kept saying 5 years. And that one stuck with me because, oh, and another part I remember from that dream. I don't remember if I was laying on the ground or a table or something like that. But I remember hearing people talking around me saying he only has 5 years left. He only has 5 years left. And that next morning I put out a post saying just like 5 years. Because that, I don't know, it was one of those dreams that like when you wake up and you feel different for some reason. And I don't mean in like the way that a young man might feel different from like a certain dream, you know? I just meant like, something inside my mind and like everything like inside me, I guess, it just felt different that day. And I don't know. I don't know if that means I guess now in 3 years, I don't know if that means I'm going to die or I only have 5 years left to really like, figure out who the fuck I'm going to be in this world or what 5 years represents. So I don't know, but I apply it to my life in a way because, as I know that like you can figure things out later in life. Many successful people, found success in their 40s, 50s, whatever have you. It's one of those things that, like, for me, in 2020, I want to have things figured out. I want to know what I want to do. I already know what I want to do now, but, I don't know. Maybe it's, excuse me, by 2020, I just, I want to have certain things established. Maybe I'll be running my own production company or something. Oh, what? Could you imagine that, folks? If I had my own production company, or like one day you go see a movie in the theater and you see, you see that name scroll by, like directed by JuvyThaKid Kaiser. What? That'd be so cool. Man, that would be cool. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, but yeah, our dreams, they could definitely add something to our lives. Irish fan _123. Since you mentioned pickles, that's great. Dill, bread and butter, or sweet gherkins? Right away, I don't know what a sweet gherkin or jerkin. I don't know. I don't know what that one is, so not that one. Not a dill pickle fan either. Every time if I order a burger somewhere, I'm like, no pickle. No pickles. Bread and butter. But only bread and butter. I don't really eat sandwiches anymore, but I might enjoy some bread and butter on the side of something anyway. But growing up, me and my nan, we would have a sandwich, usually some turkey and some cheese, maybe a little, butter, a little mayonnaise on it. And then we would have like some bread and butter pickles, like sliced up and everything, on the side of those sandwiches. So bread and butter all the way. Little Jenny Wren, another topic. Married men who proposition women on Instagram. Yes, we're gonna talk about this. So I talked about this recently, and I said, hey, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but if you're in a relationship with somebody, you shouldn't be leaving certain comments under people's pictures and videos, or just even saying things to people on social media that you wouldn't want that significant other to see. If you wouldn't want them saying it to somebody, you shouldn't be saying it to other people, kind of thing. It's super wrong. I've had a couple situations where, women or girls, whatever, they were in relationships, whether it was just a boyfriend, girlfriend, or husband and wife. I've had a few message me on Twitter and Instagram throughout the years now. So guys and girls do this shit. Get your shit together. Okay? If you're with somebody, I don't know, fuck all the jokey comedic stuff. Being 100% serious right now. If you are with somebody, you better be with that person. Don't be saying shit to other people. You know what I mean? Don't be fucking all over somebody else's page, fucking putting heart eyes on their shit and whatever else. You know what I mean? I don't know. Again, like I said, maybe I'm old fashioned, but I'm not down for that. You know what I'm saying? If I'm with somebody anyway, it's the same shit. I don't know. When somebody posts this, if I'm with somebody and they want to post a selfie, I'm not going to tell you not to, but I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not bugged when dudes are in your comments with heart eyes and saying you're beautiful and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a relationship, be with that fucking person. Don't be with that person when it's convenient and then have all your other side shit going on. It just shows you're not ready for a relationship. It shows you're not ready for any of that yet. You're not mature enough. Especially if you're saying you love that person. You need to actually love that person. Oh, God. I don't know. It's just, it's super inappropriate. You know what I mean? And I don't give a fuck how somebody feels about this. Someone could be like, oh, you're being a bitch, bro. Well, everyone's got their thing. Everyone handles relationships differently and has their, their standards, I guess you could say. And hey, if mine don't match up with somebody else's, just means I'm not going to be with you. That's all. Doesn't mean our worlds are going to end or we got to fight about it. We can still be friends, or we're just not going to be romantic. That's all. And I don't know. I fucking hate cocky dudes as well when they're in relationships and they leave comments underneath. If someone's just trying to be funny, I don't know. If someone's just trying to be funny and crack a joke, there's no reason to respond in an inappropriate manner or with automatically going to why would you want to? It's just because I fucking mentioned it doesn't mean I want any part of it. Where did that add up in your head? I don't know. And I don't like that shit in the comments and my shit. And it shows me who pays attention to what I've been saying in the videos and in the Instagram things and everything. So I don't know. For sure, if you're in a relationship, get your shit together, be with that person. If you have an ego where you feel you need to respond to people, where you feel just because somebody mentioned something, that means that they actually want to, you're living a very confused life. You need to get your shit together. And for sure, stop thinking that everybody that mentions something wants a part of you, because that's not how it is. This goes for guys and girls, because I see that shit with girls too. I don't know. It's like just because somebody mentions something like doesn't mean like they're actually like, you know, they're a hater and they're only mentioning it because they want a part of it. Nah, some people just don't actually want a part of it, or some people are just cracking a joke, keeping things lighthearted. You know, so I don't know, folks. I know who. I don't know. I don't want to say I know who gets what I've been saying and gets like certain discussions we've all had on on this channel, but you know, I see who gets it. You know, like a lot of things I've done in my life, or I've like thought about in my life or whatever, like has changed through the course of doing this channel and having discussions with y'all. And I've even had the awesome like privilege and honor of seeing the same out there, you know? So what can you do? I don't know, but all that shit really comes down to karma as well. Like if you're putting that energy out, like fucking, you know, you can't really be mad if you catch your girl messaging dudes. You know what I'm saying? Karma will turn the corner and tell you.
Run all you want, shitbag.
So what can you do, right? All right. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to go eat some dinner. And I'll still be active on Instagram and everything like that. Just no content on the channel for now. Because that takes a lot of time and effort throughout the day. And I want to be able to focus on Mr. Jacoby Crane and his adventures. So, mucho love, my hooligan squad, my quiet kids, freaks, and my weirdos. God damn, I love y'all. I really fucking do. One of the best gifts I've ever had in my life is having this outlet and having you folks out there. So thank you very, very much. I fucking can't say enough. Okay, mucho love. Many kisses. All over your beautiful fat jizz. This has been Fuck a Title Show. I have been JuvyThaKid. And I'm out.